What's going on, guys? Today we are going to be talking about how you guys can improve your hardcore gameplay when it comes to Call of Duty. This is my improving in Call of Duty series, and in honesty, this gameplay shows how you can do very well in hardcore when it comes to just playing it much more slowly and being much more effective. Now, rules in hardcore: you have less health. There is no minimap unless you have a UAV. There is also two different kinds of hardcore. One is ricochet and one is not. Ricochet hardcore is where if you shoot an enemy or shoot a teammate, it will kill you or do yourself damage. Non-ricochet, or the normal hardcore mode, you end up killing your teammate. After 3 team kills, you get kicked out of the game completely, and that is something that the game doesn't like. If you team kill people, you will get kicked out of the game, and I feel like that is the way it should be, especially if team killing is allowed. So, when it comes to hardcore, how can you survive longer, make your streaks last, and go on longer streaks during a game of domination or hardpoint or whatever, if you're playing in a hardcore mode where people tend to play a bit slower, but also people tend to be able to melt you very, very quickly. One thing I was doing here was taking cover and making sure that I'm strafing from side to side so that people are able just to come around the corner and absolutely melt me. Another thing is I'm using a very high damage weapon, which is normally a 2-shot kill or a 3-shot kill in core modes, but has a fairly high fire rate. This isn't something that you need to have, but it helps in a lot of ways. If you are going and you are playing a game like this, and you're playing hardcore, take it slower, make sure that you're not running into your teammates' gunfire and stuff like that. Try and avoid as much gunfire as possible, and also try and avoid rushing into situations where you may not know where people are going to be. In that situation, I died there because I pushed up, and the guy came around the corner and pushed up even more, and that's why I died. It's as simple as that. In this game mode, you have a lot less health, and that is something that you definitely need to consider. The less health that you have, the quicker you're going to die. And obviously in hardcore you do not regenerate that health as quickly, and you don't regenerate it at all in some cases, depending on how you're doing it and everything like that. So it's very, very important to just do the best that you can and try and back off in situations where you don't know where the enemy is. And obviously if you can be deadly accurate like I was with them 2 shots, using 2 bullets to kill 2 people, then you're going to have a much better time in hardcore than you would in any other game mode. Because if you can be accurate, hit your shots, you're going to get 1-shot kills a lot of the time. In this situation, I shouldn't have challenged that guy, and I got myself killed. But that's just how it goes sometimes. And another thing that I would like to say is that if you are going to be playing hardcore, something that I would not recommend is running a division or a perk like Ghost. Don't bother, you don't need it. The minimap is not there unless they get a UAV, and if they do get a UAV, you can either shoot it down or use flat guns to take it out. Meaning that they never have a UAV anyway if you're playing it right. Obviously, if your team is doing really well, you're capturing the objectives, you're playing out your skin, you're killing everyone really quickly and everything, and not taking enough damage or not taking any damage at all in gunfights because you're using cover to your advantage and everything like that, then you're going to win them gunfights. You're going to do a lot better than you need to, and that is something that you've got to think about. Another thing is to have some sort of peripherals or sound on, so that you can tell whether people are there or not, and that means that you can obviously go ahead and make sure that you know where people are before they know where you are. That is something that I think is very important in hardcore, because you don't have that minimap to rely on like you would in a core game mode. So the best thing that you can do, Obviously, listen to a headset, have a headset to listen to, or plug some headphones in, isolate the noise so that you're not listening to loads of things that are going on around you and everything like that, but also play the game a lot slower. Try not to run into gunfights too much, and if you can, dive out of the way of grenades, dive out of the way of everything, because in hardcore, if your teammate throws a grenade, it's going to kill you. If it gets close to you. I knew that guy was there then, and I ran into the bullets. He was firing at my teammate. I deserve to die. It's simple as that. When it comes to hardcore, you can't really take too many chances. If you are not confident in yourself that you're going to get that kill, that you're going to sort it out and make sure that you're going to get that kill on that guy, don't even take that challenge on. Don't challenge that gunfight. That is how you survive in hardcore. You don't challenge the gunfights that you don't necessarily know you're going to win. You back off when there's grenades and when there's anything being thrown in your direction. Try and keep your wits about you. Another thing is that all of this stuff that I'm talking about can be put into perspective and can help in normal core game modes as well. But in hardcore, these things particularly make a difference because you don't exactly know how many people are going to turn up. You don't know what's around the corner. You don't know whether there's going to be a guy there, whether your teammate's going to kill you or not. So you've got to be very, very careful. In the gameplay in the background, I get like 30 kills and die like, I don't know how many times I actually died in this gameplay, but I don't die very often. And when I do die, it's usually down to a stupid mistake that I made, or it's down to either a team kill, a grenade, or something that I couldn't really stop happening. Sometimes, you know, you are in a position where your teammate comes around the corner, you come around the corner at the exact same time, in the opposite direction, your teammate is being shot at, and both of you die. It's just how it goes in hardcore. With the lack of health and everything, there's not really much you can do about it. So take that into consideration. Try and make sure that you are going to be doing the best that you can when it comes to staying alive. I mean, my teammate's bombing run just killed 2 people on our team. That is something that you need to be aware of when it comes to hardcore. Another thing I suggest is if you do get into a close range gunfight and you don't actually know where the person is, either don't challenge that gunfight or back off. The other thing you can do if you get into close range is like I just did there, and spray and pray and hope for the best. A lot of people seem to like hardcore and a lot of people don't like hardcore because you can spray and pray. You can just fire as many bullets as possible and hope that they hit. And that is something that a lot of people don't like, but it also helps the newer players in the game. So, do I think that hardcore is a good mode? Yeah, I quite enjoy it in this game particularly. But I also don't like it in a lot of ways. I find that you die a lot too quick in a lot of situations and you can't really react to how quickly you die sometimes. But in the aspect of that, don't be running around, don't be running into gunfights head on at 300 miles an hour and expect to win that gunfight. I mean, it's just not going to happen. Slow your gameplay down, slow the pace of the game down for yourself and the way that you play, and you're almost guaranteed to do 10, 20 times better than you would if you were running around like a crazy man. So, yeah, there you go. I got killed by a teammate's grenade. It is what it is. 36 and 10 in the gameplay in the end. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button and subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace. And there goes the guy spraying and praying and getting a quad for kill cam.